सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
I came home looking for Tay around the house but found him nowhere. Maybe he went out. Can't he just stay home and take some rest if he was not feeling well? Such a stubborn boy he is. I sighed as I put the appointment file on the table beside me. Had I arranged for tomorrow so that we can consult a doctor. They had been looking weak since past few days and even faint sometimes. As far as I heard from maids, I laid on the couch waiting for him to come back home. Not until I start feeling my eyes getting heavy. After all, I was tired of all the meetings I attend today. Jungkook fell asleep right at the couch until they entered the house, sitting beside him as he put cover on his body. They keep on admiring his facial features as he ran his hand through his soft, roundish hair. They was going to walk upstairs to change his clothes into some comfortable one. Not until his eyes fell on the file keep on the table. It has the logo of the same hospital he visited. He found looking at the file cause as far he remembered his report was still inside his bag. As he didn't took it outside the bag, his hand automatically moved to those files while opening them out of curiosity. His eyes widened with shock as he saw the appointment date written in it. He took an appointment of tomorrow just for me. That too for the same hospital I visit. No, no, I can't let him know about my disease. He murmured under breath, not knowing what excuse he is used in order to accept this appointment date. Suddenly he saw Jungkook move while he slowly opened his eyes a bit. They instantly hid those files inside his bag while pretending like nothing happened. Jungkook, you woke up. Why did you fall asleep here? Let's go upstairs, he said while walking away from until Jungkook pulled him toward him. Where were you? He asked. I went, visit a friend. Yeah, a friend. They said, looking everywhere but his eyes. Oh, really? Then why are you acting so nervous? Look at me and answer. He said, more like command. I'm not nervous, just tired, they said in a low voice. The distance between them were adding more into their nervousness. Their breath were fanning each other's lips while eyes looked at each other. Suddenly he catch his looking at his lip. He wanted to just pull him into a kiss, but he could not, thinking what if he start to hate him even more. On the other hand, Jungkook was having a hard time pulling himself all together while resisting himself from just smashing his lips onto him. He was scared, thinking what if he start to hate him even more. Before anything could happen, both of them fed themselves out of each other's hold. They suddenly want to the earth to eat him alive. Jungkook coughed when he said, so before anything could happen, both of them fed themselves out of their each other's hold. They suddenly want the earth to eat him alive. Jungkook coughed as he said, so where were you? Me? Of course not. I was talking to the files here, he said as their face turned pale. He found where he didn't found the file that he kept there on the desk. The file? Where did they disappear? I just keep them here, he said as he looked here and there tried to search of them. Did you saw them anywhere? He asked directly, looking into his eyes. No, I didn't. They lied, pushing his bag behind him, which Jungkook easily catch. You can't lie to your husband, dear, thought Jungkook. Show me your bag, Jungkook demanded. Jungkook said as my heartbeat fasted. I can't let him know about my tumor. I said, show me your bag, they, he repeated while raising an eyebrow. Wait, they, just give him the appointment file. You can think of an excuse afterward, but if he got your bag, Then he could see the report file. Wait, are you talking about an hospital file? Keep here, I asked. Yes, he said as he crossed his arm. I thought you talking about your office documents. Sorry, here is the file you're asking for, he said while taking the files out and handed it to them. They looked inside his bag to see if the report files were safe. Inside, he suddenly found, as he saw the file that he had in the bag, has an empty appointment form. Instead of his report, his brain instantly processed. He gave Jungkook the report file instead of appointment word. Shit. They want to snatch the file, but Jungkook didn't let him. What's this, Taehyung? He said. Jungkook listened. Actually, he cut off him while he aggressively threw the report on the ground. He pulled Tae by his arm and pinned him to the wall. Explain, he said, gritting his teeth. They had his eyes closed, too scared to tell him the truth. I said, explain. He punched the wall as he yelled. Starting, he started crying a bit. I'm sorry, Jungkook. I didn't want to hide the truth from you about his tumor. He didn't let Tae continue as he ran away from Tae toward the upstairs room. They stumbled to the ground while his sweat and tears ran down on his face. He regretting tried to hide it from his own husband. Time skipped. Tae was lying on the bed sideways as his face was stained with tears. Soon after he heard his room door open. They wiped his tears and pretended to sleep well, knowing who could it be. They chose to stay silent and listen whatever he was saying. I know you're awake. I just want to say that I'm really sorry for the way I reacted earlier. All this time I was blaming for you they trying to hide it from me. But then I questioned myself what could be the reason that you could not even open up to your own husband. Then I realized I never gave you the reason to be comfortable around me enough to inform me about your suffering. I'm sorry for not being the man you want. I can try to be the better for you. Please, for once, trust me, he complained as he kissed the back part of the neck, hugging him more tightly. Tears were streaming down my face as I started hiccup. You should find new who can be the boy you want to. I also failed to give you the reason to love me, and after me, you should move on, I said as his hold around my waist tightly. I want to be the reason for you to stay, so don't leave me, dear. And for that, we're gonna have the surgery to remove the tumor inside your brain, he said as my eyes winded. No, not the surgery, please. I shuddered. Why don't you understand, Go? I can't let myself forget those memories due to this shitty surgery. It's fine by me to take them. You're scared that you will forget me, don't you? He said as I looked at him shockingly, which he replied with a smile. I don't want to write a new chapter in the book created by you, Bear. All I want is you to survive so that we can write a new chapter in it, he said as I felt touched. I wasn't used to say such suffer since he never opened up to me. Jungkook, this pickup line sound cringy, I said, and he laughed at me. Deal with it, boy, he said while smirking. Let's sleep now, Bear. We'll have to go hospital tomorrow so that we can get the surgery detail, he said as he kissed my forehead, pulled me to the comfortable hug as we slept. But I was having a bad feeling. What if I slept and didn't walk up to see him tomorrow morning?